Welcome to the DYSON'S Effect,
a show about everyday situations, issues, and topics we talk about and give our opinions.
We may even listen to yours.
We are your hosts, Johnny
and Teresa,
also known as Mr. and Mrs. Dyson. Hey. He coughing on the mic, y'all. This is Johnny.
And this is Teresa.
And this is
Caden.
And this is another episode of the
DYSON'S Effect.
If y'all watching us on YouTube, we got our grandbaby.
His papa thinks this is a good idea.
I think it is.
It's gonna be out of here in a couple seconds.
I want to give him 3 strikes.
Yeah.
I want to give him his 3 strikes.
Caden will be 1 Wednesday.
This is like kind of his birthday episode almost, right?
And yeah, Caden is a handful.
And he's trying to get the mic.
For old people.
Who old? I go to the gym. I'm gonna work out now. Ain't that right, Kate? You have a lot of gas too. Is that what you're doing? There we go.
He always wait till he get back with us and Boo Boo for some reason.
Yes, because
I don't know if he'll be like, I'm home.
He's like, because you know what's funny is certain kids don't. They have to go where they feel comfortable with. That's for real. Mm-hmm. So he probably wait until he get comfortable to Boo Boo here. He got gas. He been letting it all out. Ooh. Yes, this boy is spoiled, y'all.
Very, 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 very.
I want to see if he can do the if he want to come, if he like how he don't want nobody to pick him up when I be having.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. He's having a big birthday party Saturday, and his mom and his other grandparents will be here. His other side of family will be here, but so it's gonna be interesting to see him not want anybody but his pawpaw.
Yeah, and he can't help that.
You better not bite me.
Yes, he been biting. Did he bite somebody earlier? He better.
He don't even care if it's daddy around. Like with his pawpaw around. That's all he wants.
That's all he need.
It's gonna be funny to see
that he turned everybody down in their face.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they feelings gonna be hurt.
Mm-hmm. And he gonna cry if his pawpaw don't get him.
And I don't care nothing about nobody's feelings. Let me get rid of him so we can do this. Cause he ain't gonna be still. He trying to get down.
Trying to get everything.
All right. So y'all give a few seconds.
See you later.
Few seconds. Won't you tell everybody how you been feeling lately? While I get ready, Kaden. Y'all gonna see me on YouTube stuff. Okay. Kaden, tell everybody bye.
Say bye, Tinky Boy.
And show people you know how to fake cough too. Show them you know how to do that. What's up, babe?
Don't do it.
Okay.
Bye.
Tell people how you been feeling.
Good days, bad days. Some days are better than the other. I actually went to my kidney doctor appointment today. It's been like a month since I've seen him. So we are to the stage where I have to do a couple more things in order to be placed on a transplant list. My daughter will be getting tested once she gets back to Ohio. She's here visiting. So she'll start her process. My husband is going to start his when he's not working 12 hours a day and respond back to the nurses with the information they need. My son probably never even filled out the damn form.
Are You
I might not want
blasphemy.
his kidney anyways, but
Who you saw? Probably too smoked out. Did you blaspheme my name?
and so yeah, so I'm going to eventually make go on the website they gave me and make a post and ask for a kidney. Eventually, figure out how to do it. I might just go stand on the corner with a sign or something. I don't know yet.
I need your kidney shouted.
Yeah.
And my blood and your blood type.
Yeah. So that is that.
Would you do that for her?
Huh?
Would you do that for her?
No.
You got too much pride for that?
Yeah, I ain't doing that.
Oh, okay.
I wouldn't say pride, but it's just that's weird. Weird.
People ask for change. I mean, hey,
Yeah, that's
a
funny.
kidney, just an organ.
I mean, I'm sure I would be. Somebody would give me their kidney if I had any heart to sit there and do that, huh? Maybe.
Yeah. Sometimes you gotta think outside the box.
I think about. Yeah, probably not.
Or you could do a pop-up shop on the corner and sell your business and then say need money for kidney. That'd be hard. That'd be
Well,
tough.
I'm not buying a kidney, so I
don't
don't
know
need
that.
money for it.
Well, then,
Well, I guess for the medicines. Oh, because I do have to do that. She wants me to call and get the price because apparently once I do find a kidney donor and get this kidney, the medicine is extremely expensive. So, or can be expensive, I guess. So yeah. So now my next steps is probably dialysis. It's not sure yet. He's checking my numbers, my lab results and stuff. He just don't want just because I feel good and visibly, he don't want anything to be going on inside that I can't see, I guess.
right.
And he don't want my body to be holding on to all the toxins or because my kidneys is not filtering it. So yeah, that may be starting soon. So I guess we'll know maybe in a couple weeks.
Right.
And my Procrit shot I got was like a double shot, so she said it should give me a lot of energy.
So we got a topic today that is interesting because it could be intertwined with someone that is going through something in a relationship. Someone made a posting and was looking for advice, and I wanted to talk about it. I thought it was very, 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 very interesting, and also I heard something on the radio. I didn't get the full conversation, a little bit, but this relates to it. This relates to it a little bit. So could you read the topic? Someone is asking for advice.
Wow, it's a lot.
This is a lot. So everybody, please listen.
Looking for advice. My husband is an extreme extrovert while I'm the introvert. When I don't nurture his physical and emotional needs, he gets them elsewhere. At least the emotional part. I don't know if he's ever cheated on me while married, but he did have a thing with a friend of mine while we were dating, which is only why I'm concerned about him going around talking to single women and complaining about me to them. I feel like once the opportunity presents, he will cheat. I've approached him about it. He doesn't think there's anything wrong with talking to other women as long as it doesn't get physical. Is he wrong? As for me, not doing better to have more sex and just talk to him more, I'm tired and want him to take more initiative. I've told him time and time again, I maintain all the bills, the house, all the vehicles were mine before we tied the knot. He doesn't know and doesn't he doesn't know hold on. He doesn't know and doesn't ask how I'm doing with the management of our house bills. If I fall behind, he doesn't know. He just drives the cars and contributes something, not even enough to cover the mortgage. I want him involved in maintaining the cars and the house, but I'm not getting through to him. I'm also tired of being his mom. I have to wake him up for work, and if I don't, he gets mad. I do all the laundry and most of the cleaning and cooking in the house. I watch our kids while I work from home, and it's draining. Lately, I haven't been feeling well, so everything upsets me, especially his slow self. So that, I think, has pushed him to seek social amusement from other women. I wonder why he doesn't try doing that with married women, but I think he's tried, and most don't have time for it. Lastly, I'll admit that I can be very controlling, but he steered both of us to near financial shipwreck, and I've been working multiple jobs to repair my credit. My family sensed a moocher even before I married him. No shit. I've got graduate education and he's got a high school diploma. That's not really anything that matters, but he's got he's
And has.
okay, and has either been fired or nearly fired from all of his jobs these past 4 years, except for one. With the lack of financial responsibility, despite us making nearly 200K combined, they can't stand his guts even more. He lets small credit cards go to collection even when he has money to pay them, and is now waiting on me to buy him another car since the last one of mine that he was using, he wore it out without maintaining it. My other vehicle is a manual transmission and he doesn't know how to drive it. The third car is a luxury vehicle that I rarely let him drive since I maintain it and it's very expensive. Some of my family are trying to get me to divorce. I'm trying to see if there's anything possible to repair our marriage. I accept that some things will require me to be the change, but I hope that one day he sees the light and realizes that he's part of the problem. Thoughts?
That's a lot of.
I mean, first of all,
This is for people that don't believe this is real. This is true.
Is there comments on that or? You don't know.
I didn't get to the comments. I screenshotted this. Let me see. While you talking, I'm gonna look it up.
I mean, you married someone all wrong in the first place. There were signs and things that was wrong with this guy when you married him. So for you to continue to go into a marriage like that, it was just all wrong from the beginning. It was a shipwreck from the start. It wasn't nothing that came out of the blue, or he fell on hard times, or he lied about what he really had going on in his life. No, it was there, clear as day. And your family tried to save you from it, but you went on ahead and probably figured, well, he can change, or I can fix him, or once we get married, he's gonna grow up, because he needs to grow up. Like, there's a lot.
There's a lot going on.
There's a lot going on in that marriage, and I couldn't probably even deal with it. I just wonder what the ages are. Like, how old are they?
I was gonna say the same thing. Like, how old are they? Like, did they get married young, or did they, are they older going through? Because it does matter how old they are going through this process. It does matter. Like, if they're, no, you know what?
Yeah, it's like, what is the age? It sounds like she may be a little older, is what I'm sensing from a lot on there. She may have married, someone that was much younger than her, so I wonder what the age gap is. Or it clearly may not be. It just may be a grown ass man that has not grown up yet. It could be
Yeah.
that. So, um,
This is
I don't even know why you would need advice.
really.
I mean, the proof is in the pudding of what you need to do.
I'm gonna slightly disagree with you.
Why? If you've been married to somebody, he's entertaining other women when you're not, I guess, satisfying him in any way. That's strike number one. Strike number two. You don't pay bills. No, that was strike number one. He don't care what the bills are. He don't know what the bills are. It's like you having another child. It sounds like it's another child that you have in your home. You shouldn't have to wake a grown man up to go to work that has a family, especially if y'all got kids together.
Yeah.
So it goes for, yeah, it leads me to say what I don't know. It's just,
That's a lot, ain't it?
yeah, it's just a lot. That it's definitely a shipwreck that has sunk, and you can't get off the boat. Like it definitely is a mess. I just don't understand how you went into a marriage like that and expected it to change. That's my thing. How did you go into this marriage?
I'm trying to find what people were saying in regards to this.
I'm
This
sure
is
it's
on
probably
social media.
thousands of comments.
This had got so many views and has so many comments. This is interesting. So, let me just catapult this on a different angle. So, let's take a step back. Let's break it up piece by piece. Looking for advice. Sorry for the long post. My husband is an extreme extrovert while I'm an introvert. Let's stop there. There is a lot of people that are opposites attract. Mm-hmm. Would you? In my opinion, I'm introverted. Mm-hmm. I guess it's argumentative at times. I can be extrovert depending on the situation, but I'm not extrovert as in, how can I say? From the angle of introvert, majority of many introverts are shy, are
quiet.
quiet.
So I'm an introvert.
I'm not, but I'm introverted when I'm peaceful with not talking. Does that make sense? Like, I don't have to be.
I'm an introvert. If I don't know you and I'm just coming around you, just meeting you, I'm gonna be, I'm just observing until,
I want to. This is off the topic, but this relates. I was watching. Dang, I can't remember the young dude. It's a young rapper name. And what's the dude that came out and said he was gay? He was going with Will Smith's son. What's his name? Anyway, he was saying that he was coming around steady trying to talk to him, and he was like, man, anytime I talk to you, you don't try to talk to me. Like, man, where we from, man? You don't talk to everybody. I don't know you. You ain't talk to me. I just listen. Like, I don't know, cause I think, and the reason why I brought that up is because that's a little bit of where we from too. Like, we don't just sit up and talk to everybody. That's a trait of where we're from or our upbringing a little bit. So, with that being said, I guess I would fit the traits of being introverted in regards to that, but I can have a conversation with the randomest person. If they want to talk, hey, I'll talk, but I'm okay with not talking, and I'm not shy, I'm not self-conscious, I have low self-esteem, none of that stuff. But anyway, if they are opposites attract, the reason why I asked that, what was it that brought them together?
Right. How did they meet?
Because I'm pretty sure he was an extrovert when they met, and she probably liked it about him. Mm-hmm. Right? Like, she probably liked it. It's I ain't gonna say. One of our coworkers, is a well, I don't work there anymore. One of a coworker that we both know was going with one of my friends, and she's an extrovert, and she's like a social butterfly. How we became cool was this is right around Thanksgiving-ish, right? I brought all this Thanksgiving food in. She like, who cooked that? Your wife cooked that food? Like, who's? And we just had a conversation. We've been cool ever since. But anyway, she's an extrovert. She's a social butterfly. She can go to anybody, just go to talking to them, this and that, this and that. Very nice person. That's that kind of wasn't his thing, but it attracted him to her. So they had a lot of arguments. When I don't nurture his physical and emotional needs, he gets them elsewhere. The emotional part. What can a man, I'm not going to say or a woman, in this case a man, could be getting somewhere else emotionally from another woman? That is not a good idea. If it's a conversation, not a good idea.
Right, because that's going to lead to more than just them conversating.
Even, let's just say hypothetically.
Well, not, I guess, yeah, you don't want to be tied to someone else emotionally due to a conversation either, though, like that.
Well, let's look at it from a different angle. If he was getting something emotionally from someone else, I'll go this way. We have to talk before that there's this thing that's emotional cheating then, right? Now, for the sake of conversation, usually that's more women that emotionally cheats because women are more emotional based on the conversation. So, if a woman is emotionally cheating, she kind of left the relationship already, right? And is just waiting for the right opportunity or the right situation or the right circumstance to completely leave because her emotions are not there, because women are more guilty of staying in a relationship when they know it's over, correct? So, if a man is seeking his emotional needs somewhere else, it's not good because men are not emotional. Not in comparison to women. He could be, but no, that's not a good thing. You don't go. What emotions are you getting from another woman?
Right.
Like what? Caring.
Understanding.
Right? Understanding. Like, how is that okay? Like any emotion, whatever it is, any emotion. Because I try to break it down to the lowest level. If you're getting emotionally, what emotional needs specifically, or the few that you are getting from this person, break them down. And are those okay to get from another woman? And they're not. No. And in her opinion, she says she don't know if he ever cheated while married, but he did have a thing with a friend of mine while we were dating.
So he messed around with your friend and you? So yeah, like going into the marriage was just all wrong from the start. There were signs and things telling you not to go into this marriage, and you ignored them all.
And he's going around other women, talking to other women that are single, complaining about her to
right.
them. No, not maybe if that's your girlfriend. Maybe if y'all ain't been together that long, okay. That also has a lot to do with how old you are. You 16, 17, 25 and under. I can understand that because you probably young, make a lot of mistakes. I get it. But your wife? No.
Right.
You don't. Even if y'all finna get a divorce, even if y'all together, there's nothing holding y'all together. Like, I don't agree with that. You don't tell your business to nobody like that. And she feels that once the opportunity presents, he will cheat. So, you think he just gonna stop cheating? You think he just waiting for the right opportunity to cheat, but his emotions are somewhere else? No. This is all wrong. Every sentence is bad.
They went into the marriage wrong from the start to the end.
Every sentence is bad. And this is a lot.
It's like he's just there to have a roof over his head and a car to drive because he ran the car to the ground, didn't keep up with it, probably like maintenance wise. Don't pay any bills. You guys almost was broke because of, his spending habits, or him not just carrying, or you carrying the burden of paying the bills and taking care of the kids by yourself. And now it sounds like now you both made together combined a $200K a year, but he still don't do anything around the house. On top of speaking with other women, talking negatively about you, and developing emotions with other women. Single women, it's okay that they're not married. Why would you want them to be married? I'm sure he don't have nothing to offer a married woman. That's why he's going to someone that's single. So,
I've told him time and time again, I maintain all the bills. You ain't got to tell him that.
You ain't know that. He know he ain't paying no damn bills.
He ain't paying no bills. And then...
That's why I would love to know the ages. Like, what was the ages
this
Facebook
like group is a more... It looks like it's a married Facebook group. And she put this in here. I wanted to, and
he could be older. He just probably ain't grew up
yet.
Yeah, because they sound like they have kids together. Sounds like they, do pretty good for themselves as far as income wise, or at least now. It sounds like she has some things for her, so she could be older.
It seems like she has some,
or at least she's older.
Look like she's doing well for herself. She has a lot of vehicles. Here's the thing, though. If he's not carrying his own weight and she's making the bulk of the money, there's opportunity for him to carry the weight and other things. Case in point, if she makes the money, he can do other things around the house, for one, and for two, he can also lighten the load up around for her anywhere it goes. If she does all this, and he can also not be so rambunctious with the stuff that she pays for. Like, to be okay. So look at the flip side of it. A lot of men have a problem with their woman making more money than them. So that makes them feel less of a man. That a man, they would rather make equal or more, right? So because most men want to carry their own weight. They want to be able to flex when they want to flex, as far as doing the things for the house and for their woman and so on and so forth. If a man is not doing that, he has to do it in other ways, for one. And for two, if she has nice cars and probably more nice material things, it would be more of a respectable thing to not use those things.
Right.
Like if I know that, and I'm just giving a random number. Let's say she make like $150,000 a year. He make 50 because she said they make two combined. Let's just give her roughly 150. He make 50. Well, that means when she come home, she don't have to cook. I don't care if I work all day. If I work all day, that means I gotta cook, right? Or we take turns, or whatever feasible. Or that means when she needs something done, I have to do it. Not that I want, I have to do it. I have to carry my own weight. when things need done, even if I can't pay for it, I gotta take care of it.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? If I can't pay for, like, what, the hot water heater went out. If I can't pay for it, well, let me handle it on how it needs to be taken care of. Take the stress off of you, right? If you having a rough day at work, well, let me handle it. Let me do stuff around the house so you don't have to worry about a messy house when you come home. Even if I work 12, 15, 16 hours, you got to carry your own weight. Like, you got to do other stuff. All them cars that she paying for. Well, okay. Well, let me make sure the maintenance is taken care of on them. So you got a list of what needs to be done. I probably can't afford to help, but let me make something easier for you.
Right.
Something. There's many things that a man can do.
Right. Especially if you're not pulling your weight financially. You can keep the house clean. You can make sure, you're helping with the kids, getting them up and ready for school, making sure dinner is available. Like, there's other things you can do if you're not able to help financially at that time. Not saying making that permanent situation like that, but in the meantime, this is what I'm going to do to pull my weight, and that's going to relieve you with all the stress. Relieve you from, the stresses of worrying about these things. Since I'm not helping financially, I'm going to do this, and this to further notice.
And to be honest, like, when I first graduated, it was hard for me to find a job. There was times you had jobs and I didn't. But, it's other things that can be done around. It's other things that can be done. So one of the things that she said that was she is tired of being his mom. Now, a lot of women say this, but to be honest, I think that's a natural. Tell me if I'm wrong. That's a natural woman's trait that they have when a relationship is going good and a relationship is going bad. They have mom capabilities that they tell their man what to do or what they think all the time. Teresa sit up and tell me stuff I just sit up and told her all the time.
What?
Yeah, see. Now you gonna sit your little extroverted ass on over there to the side and let me talk with him. Now, so I guess she's tired of being his mom, and she had to wake him up for work. And if she don't, he gets mad. And she do the laundry and the cleaning and the cooking, and she watch their kid while she work from home, and it's draining. So she got a good job working from home too, and she watches the kid, and she maintains the house, and cooks and clean, and she is doing a lot. She's doing a lot.
If you expect me to wake you up for work, I barely get up. I jump up like, oh, it's 8 o'clock. Let me log in. That's because I'm working from home.
Yeah.
But I don't even hear him when he get up and go to work. I didn't even hear Jariah when she got up and went to school, but I told her don't do that because I don't like her. Even literally, her bus she walks out across the street, right there on the corner, right in front of our house. But I still need to watch her at the bus stop because she's the only child at this stop, and people are weird. So she was like, well, Daddy said you need to rest. And I'm like, no, wake me up so I can get up and come down there and watch wait on that bus to come. So,
yeah.
But I jumped up this morning, like, it was 9 o'clock because I didn't work today, but I was like, oh, well, I guess I didn't see her off to school.
There's times when I didn't get a lot of sleep and I still was a morning person because I only can sleep so many hours per day. Like, I'm a morning person. Like, I can get up early. I can sleep all day. I can get up early. I can't sleep past a certain time of the day. So I get up early. So if I'm a morning person, I'm more apt to take care of business, right? She said, so, for example, she's saying she's been draining. This has been draining on her because she's doing so much in the house. I think that I'm going to guess I'm going to guess and say this has been under 5 to 6 years. I think in the beginning she said, they do have a child. So let's say the child is a toddler. So let's say under 5. Let's just say maybe 5. Let's say under 7 years. Because the baby is a toddler. That's 3. They've been married. So let's say that is around then, because I don't think she's saying. Yeah. She said these past 4 years. So that's 4. So let's say, I'll say under 6 to 7 years. Under 6 to 7 years this has been going on. Mm-hmm. And I think that she said, I think he has pushed him to seek social abuse from other women. I wonder why he doesn't try doing that with married women. That really has nothing to do with that. Lastly, I'll admit that I can be very controlling. He steered both of us to near financial shipwreck. I've been working multiple. What this said? I've been working multiple jobs to repair my credit. So there's time she has worked 1, 2, or 3 jobs, maybe. Let's just say 1 or 2 jobs, and she already makes good money.
Right, but she's working 2 jobs to repair her credit. I guess that he jacked up.
And then not including that, sometimes creditors go after the one that's making the money, and they'll put a lien on the property.
Yeah, I'm not an advocate for divorce, but this sounds like you need to run far away and run.
Far away?
Run far away.
Far away from here.
Far away from that marriage.
Well,
that's what it sounds like she needs to do.
She said, my family sensed a moocher even before I married him.
Yeah, I did too. She may be one of the women that wants someone to love her.
Yeah.
There are women that just has to be with someone. They don't care what they're with. They just want to be with somebody. So she may be that kind of woman. That's not a good thing to have. That's not a good trait to have for women.
So
someone that can't be alone.
Who do you think is the main problem in this relationship? Like, who do you think is the main problem in this relationship?
Her, because she's condoning it.
Okay. That's interesting. Okay. Elaborate, please.
She went into the marriage knowing all of these things about he just, like I said, it's not like he pulled it out his hat. Like, ta-da, this is me.
Hey.
No. He showed you his hand from the start. Like, there was no secrets about what he had and what he had going on and what he was capable of doing. He didn't hide anything. So I think for her to, on top of it, your family sees it too. So, and I get you don't listen to your family because, some family are jealous of your significant other, but whatever. But clearly they were correct. Clearly they seen this happening before it even happens. Now you're waist deep in a marriage with a child and all this debt. It's not as easy to backpedal out of it as if you were dating and just called it quits and moved on. Now you have a whole marriage and it sounds like you want to fix the marriage. Sorry.
Great.
But at the same time.
Great. Her ringer is on, everyone, while she's recording. Very professional, baby.
But at the same time, it's like, is it worth fixing? Like it sounds like you want help with the marriage, but is it worth fixing? Is it worth saving, I guess? I don't think it's worth saving, but like I said, I'm not an advocate to be telling somebody to get a divorce or leave a divorce, but this is the ship has wrecked and it has sunk.
You think so?
Yeah.
That's funny. The ship has wrecked and it has sunk.
Yeah.
This is what I'll say. This is what I'll say. This is going to be hard, but this is something men and women can learn from. One of the things that I'll say is that if he is the same person, he's more than likely the same person you met before you got married. An interesting thing that you must try to. One of the things I always say is the hardest thing we can do is take accountability. The hardest thing we can do is take accountability. When men and women pick a wrong significant other, it's hard for them to say that maybe I messed up. Now, not just that, because I got another friend on Facebook that I advise that it's a reason why you picked them. Just like it's a reason why he picked her. If you have all these mother traits and he's this bad person, he wanted someone to take care of him like a mother.
Right.
If he knows he's not mature enough, there's nothing he did wrong. He did exactly what he was going to do. There's nothing he did
That's
wrong.
What I said.
He showed you who he was before you got married. No, he was that person.
I think maybe she thought, well, this guy makes me happy, or he might be capable of this, and this. I'm gonna still marry him in hopes of changing. I think that's what it was.
That's the thing. You don't marry nobody in hopes of things will change. You don't marry them at that point. You work on those things, whatever it may be. And if they accomplish those things, then you decide to get married. Because y'all ain't even, more than likely, if this person has issues, whatever they may be, before y'all get married, then the relationship starts.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like if we've been together for, let's just say 5 years, but we've been going through it for these 5 years, and we hit a breaking point at 6 when we in a new stride for this 6th year. Okay, now we can possibly talk about being married based on our age, based on other factors, of course. But sometimes there's so many other issues, like marriage shouldn't even be on the table yet. And you pick somebody, you marry them, and I hate to say it, you probably picked your wedding dress, got your day, got your cake, you probably paid for the wedding. I'm sorry, this is true. I already know what happened. You paid for the wedding. You paid for the honeymoon. You paid for all this stuff. You married him. Just like that. You paid for all this stuff. Now, and you said, yes, I do. You told God, yes, I do. Why he had all this stuff going on? Yes, I do. He didn't change. He wasn't a different person. So you told God, yes, I want to marry that man right there that has all those flaws. Yes, God. Yes, him. Instead of saying, hey, why don't we see if we could work on these issues before we get to our next step?
Right.
Whatever that step may be. It don't even have to be marriage. It could be living together. It could be anything. So you chose him. Like on Tila said, you do your own brainwashing. You gonna let her count your money. You mentally weak. Like you. It's something wrong with him to why he chose you to do, because you did so much for him in all that aspect. Now, a mother figure, somebody to take care of him, somebody to get him a car, somebody to do all this stuff for him, pay his bills, not hold him accountable for his own bills. Now, it's as well as you. That's the reason why you chose a man to take care of. Right? That's a reason why if you set and told on yourself, sometimes you can be controlling. You wanted to control him. So what type of man and a man's man that's gonna let you control him and his money?
Right.
Right? Because could you control a man that make just as much as you or more with the same attitude?
You gonna let me control your money?
Shit.
Get paid this week. I need the whole check. Really?
Shit. Hell no. Please. Why would, please. I'm better with my money than you is. You gonna let me control your money?
No.
And I'm better with my money than you is. Nah, see, we gonna say that topic. Why you don't let me control your money? I'm better with money than you.
So I had $20 for 30 days to spend.
That's not the point. But anyway, that's gonna be
I need $200
for the whole month.
No, more. I spent more than that.
Yes,
I probably should.
Yes. So, yeah. So both of them have traits, and they probably, in a weird way, they needed each other. She needed somebody like him, and he needed somebody like her. So I wouldn't advocate a divorce, because what can happen is they can leave each other and go find the same type of person if they don't fix those issues. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? She can go find another dude that's doing all that, or she probably can't deal with a real man that's probably it ain't got to do with money. I don't want to put money into it. She probably can't deal with a real man that ain't gonna let her do what she want to do either, right? Because he probably let her do so much and control so much, he can't tell her nothing, right? So since he can't tell you nothing, okay, all right, okay, that's what you want to do. Okay, let me call Latasha at work. Maybe she won't listen to him because he weak. You know, he weak. That's one of his weakling traits. So she got all of that going on, and she won't talk about the third car. They don't have one. They don't have two. They got 3 cars, and she won't let him drive because it's very expensive. And her family's trying to get her to have a divorce, but she's trying to repair their marriage. She says, I accept that some things will require me to be the change, but I hope that one day he sees the light and realizes that he's part of the problem. You're the problem, baby. You picked him.
Yeah, you accepted that.
You picked
him. So now he's like, what's the problem?
You picked,
I ain't doing nothing new from when you met me till now.
And more so, if you picked him, no, if you're controlling, you picked him and controlled the whole relationship. Believe it or not, you wanted another son to take care of. So, I think that she's the problem, and she needs to look deep down inside on why this was a good idea.
Why she chose that kind of person.
Why she chose that kind of man, not to just be with, to marry and to have a child by. They have a 4-year-old. So why was it like? I'm gonna say, do she got daddy issues? Was her daddy not around? Was her daddy was around? That's where she get her controlling from. What are the other? Was his mama was around? His mama, was he still living with his mama when you met him? Like, it's all those type of issues. So
yeah, there's a lot of unanswered questions. That's why I would like to read the comments. Like,
yeah, see if I can find that. Ooh, I can see if I can find that.
Because I would like to see what people's thoughts were on this.
Yeah, it was in a Facebook group.
And if she responded to some,
because sometimes they do respond.
Yeah, some of the comments.
Sometimes they do respond. But some of these Facebook groups, I think they be lying.
Just to keep the traction.
Keep the post going and the traction and all this stuff. I think they be lying a little bit. Just like it's a long story, but I think they be lying because everybody gonna respond.
Yeah, anyway. They do that on TikTok. Like, they have these story times and they telling these elaborate stories, and I just be like, some of this shit don't even sound real. But people is so engaged. They like, part 5, doing part 4, part. I'm like, they could be making this shit up. It don't even sound like real.
Just like one of our friends basically buy like this made up ebook, and they withhold the story and you gotta buy more pages.
It's a never-ending book.
It's a never-ending book. It's a subscription. You subscribe to it. You
and
pay
she
monthly,
paid for it.
and she paid for it.
And she pays to have more pages released to her.
Released to her because she keep reading. So the book goes on for like a year.
Yeah, it's never ending. And I'm like, no,
I can't make this stuff up, y'all.
I don't even have patience to even. I started one, and it didn't last 2 days for me. I'm not.
It didn't even sound right there.
Yeah, I'm not gonna keep doing that. Waiting on you to drop it and knowing it's not gonna ever end because I'm not paying nothing. I could just go buy a book like it's yeah, but yeah, people are making money off of it.
So with these stories, I don't know, but that's it. We got some new stuff coming out. My wife is working on her business. I'm working on my business. I'm tuning everything up. Getting everything all together. You can follow me on Your Benevolent Coach on social media and Benevolent Coach on Twitter. Follow the DYSON'S Effect on all social media. Our email address is she's yawning, y'all.
The DYSON'S Effect at hotmail.com.
Are you sleepy? That is it.
I'm always sleepy.
We're gonna postpone our next one. We got another good topic for the next one too. I saved it. It's gonna be something like this. So that's it. Looking for your look. So as always, this is your one and only in the midnight hour. This is Johnny.
And this is Teresa.
And this is another episode of the
DYSON'S Effect.
Peace, love, blessing.